Hey, what's up y'all, it's Chris. I wanted to get this video in really quickly, but I don't think it's going to be quick. But I did a no bull video a couple of weeks ago and I put it up and I did the jump rope in a no bull. This is not my shoe, this shoe recently sold. And I hadn't done a video for the Metcon series from Nike for training. Now, in the video for no bull, I stated that those shoes, you could literally stab them with a knife. And I was like, man, that's super smart because in rope climbs, that's going to really protect the shoe. And I talked about the fact that Metcon had a guard for rope climbs. And you can see it here. I'm going to move the camera up close so you can look at it up close. This is the Metcon 7, but this is a women's Nike Metcon 7. The color is light, soft pink, metallic mahogany. The style code is CZ8280-669. The SRP on the shoe is $130. Are people bootlegging this? I don't know, but I'm still going to check these details just so you guys can be kind of safe in this regard. The small code is VO2, dates of production 4/28/21 to 10/28/21, and that is made in Vietnam. 10/28/21. I'm going to open this up and make sure there's no little sticker. There is a QC stamp. So the QC stamp is 11/02/21/02. So make sure that's right. 11/02/21/02. So 11/02/21. I said 11/02/21. 10/28/21. The QC stamp and the date on the tongue matches up. I know we're good to go. I don't think these are being bootlegged because they're not like popular shoes. But you never know what is real or fake these days, man. It's very hard to figure out. But this shoe, after wearing the no bulls, and I need to do a follow-up video on the no bulls, and I need to buy a pair of Metcons because the no bull, I bought a half a size too small because when I tried it on, it felt gigantic in the size 13. And that roominess that was in the shoe was for one reason solely. I don't have gangster feet. My feet are not stupid tough. Even though I was in the Navy and I lived on a ship and I wore boots forever, my feet are not super tough. And the no bull shoes with their super fabric, man, your foot hits against that thing. If you don't have that extra space that the roominess of that shoe allows for in the correct sizing for you, you're not going to be able to wear that shoe. This shoe, however, flexes. The fabric is equally as tough, but it's also hyperfused in high pressure areas. And there are small details here that make this Metcon 7 possibly one of the best training shoes on the market. And I have to get to the close-up so you can see that. So forget me talking. Let's get to the close-up so I can show you these details on the shoe. All right, including the fact of the lacing system and the fact that that's fly wire. Even if it doesn't read as fly wire, the way the lacing system works here is extra lockdown with fly wire. But this guard here for rope climbs, it probably is a better, smarter construction against ripping your shoes apart during the rope climbs. And I think the back is ripstop. And then it's just fused overlays all around. Let's get to the close-up. All right, going around this shoe slowly is required, all right? So you have this rubber that comes up on both sides. It's like a wing. And that is to prevent the shoe from ripping apart during rope climbs. But when you rope climb, you're hooking your foot around the rope this way. And you see this TPU that's covering the section that will really rip your shoe apart. It's a really smart thing to do versus doing an entire shoe in super fabric. I'm not going to say anything about no bull negatively because it's a small company and comparing it to Nike is not fair, but you can see the Metcon 7 logo that's in here, Nike training at the bottom. But here are other small details. This heel, which you look at it and it seems like it should be air or something, it's actually Nike React. So you have good cushioning, because I've told you a long time ago that I ran in Nike React for years and I loved React cushioning. But more important, this elevated heel structure, the way it's designed here, is for weight training, and squats, hyperlift. Technology at the heel to keep the heel sturdy at the back. Now your lockdown comes from what I said, hyperwire or fly wire in the lacing system. But look at these overlays. And I hope I'm not blocking or not getting enough of it because I'm not even looking at the camera as I talk. But you have your toes, which are reinforced along the side walls. The back of the shoe is a ripstop, that's an overlay. And then you have the hyperlift system at the heel, so you can plant your foot and do your deadlifts correctly. You have react foam at the forefoot, which means that you can land without any problems. But there's also this super intriguing lace lock system that allows you to lock down your shoes, your strings. So you can actually tuck your strings and prevent the strings from flopping all over the place, which you know, like I know, is hazardous when you're working out and doing HIIT. It's just a really interesting shoe from Nike. And I'm going to have to get a pair. I got to get a pair. I got the No Bulls. I have my 99 products. I have Zen Running. I have all of these different shoes. I've never picked up a pair of the Metcons. And I have this feeling it's probably going to end up being one of the best training shoes that I can get if they aren't narrow. Now, the one thing where No Bull wins is in kind of the asymmetrical toe box, which actually Nike has a wider toe box than usual here. Much wider than usual. So Nike nailed every aspect of a training shoe. That allows your toes to splay when you're working out, the shape of that shoe at the toe. They nailed it. They nailed it all the way across. Now, how does it feel? Somebody leave a comment. If you've got a pair and you've been working out in these, leave a comment. Oh, this swoosh. I want you guys to look at this swoosh. It's like a coating, like a silicone almost. You know, this thing is much sturdier than probably anything that Nike's made for any other division that they've worked on. This is a really, really nice shoe. Really nice shoe. I'll see you guys on the next one. That's it for this Nike Metcon 7. Peace.